I can't do my check. I take my dog. I just got my voice back. I get the voice on. Yes, I'm waiting. You've been training. I'm waiting. You've been training. And I'll be like, I mean, like this. Carry on, carry on.
Kia ora, everybody. Kia ora, ladies and gentlemen. A massive welcome to our rugby union fans who are watching on the island and around the globe. Welcome to our Rarotonga competition, our rugby union season of 15s as it restarts for our 2026 season. I hope everyone's doing well out there during this time. It is a beautiful day here in Rarotonga. Nice sunny condition, a few clouds here and there, and just a light breeze blowing through the field here in Avachu at Aratere Park. We're broadcasting live for the first time this season as we look forward to our first premier match of the season between the two finalists of 2025, our Tupapa Panthers and Takuvaine Reds. Guys, I don't know if you hear it, feel it, but I'm very much looking forward to this match. I've been looking forward to our union season for sure. My name is Wallace Arota, and I will be our commentator for our match for today. And alongside on our awesome live stream media crew, Alex Pettit, and the rest of the crew surrounding the field. We hope to bring a 360 view today, ladies and gentlemen. Just a special shout out there to all our Cook Islanders around the world. Kia ora na tātou katoa te aromato te tua. E patomo te o te reo Māori. E tuarora atu nei to tātou. Aroa ki a koto kātou toa ia. I roto te tuatou. Just very recently, we finished our Te Maivanui celebrations, which has been amazing. And that has given us a 2-week break throughout our union season. We did start off with the 10s tournaments, which lasted about 3 rounds. And then we went off for a 2-week break before we've come back together for our 15th season. So very exciting to see our two teams here for our first match of the season. I'd like to think there's going to be a lot of energy in this, especially with Takuvaine Reds looking to redeem themselves following the 2025 season. And I believe at this moment we have a request here for a minute's silence for our brothers, our sisters, our family in Takuvaine, as we've all witnessed and received the sad news of a lovely lady passing away in our village of Takuvaine. And we'd like to take this minute's silence to commemorate our family of Takuvaine. We send our love from our Cook Island Rugby Union family to the family of Takuvaine.
Come on, no anyway.
Praise the Lord, amen. Sending out the love to the family once again. And just want to welcome everyone again to our live stream, wherever you are tuning around the world. It is a pleasure to have each and every one of you join our live stream today. If you're watching also from on the island of Rarotonga, please come on down to Avachu Park, come on down to Aratere, and be part of our season kickoff happening right here, right now. Our main man in the middle, our referee, Peter Godfrey, will be taking charge of this match, and very much looking forward to it as we kick off. The Panthers get the kick away, and Vienga straight away looks to claim territory with a beautiful kick. Deep down in the Panthers 22, John Norval there looks to exit. Doesn't quite make it out, and Carly on the receiving end makes a return back and just falls short of the 22. TKV Reds get a chance here to play their big boys, settling right up the middle. Vienga open up, sends his boys out in the middle. Petero Reds here looking to steer the ship with their big boys and just making it known and coming away with the momentum there. Panthers there were just a little bit too slow to roll away in the play. Referee very clear on what he's looking for in the breakdown area. And the Reds wasting no time, just a minute or so into the match, and looking to claim points. Doesn't that say something? Vienga open up an outstanding season in 2025. I would say he'll be looking to claim top seed as probably one of the most important players on the field, but doesn't quite get the kick. Just didn't quite hit the feet, hit his foot right. A slight breeze too from right to left of the field. It's pretty chilly here in Rarotonga. Panthers there looking for a short kick, and they flick it off the end. Don't quite get it through. Early mistakes here by the Panthers. Looking to try and make their way through upfield, just through the hands of their star-fleeted backline. We get our first scrum of the season. We'll take a close look at the impact. Shaky. We'll make do with it. The Reds win the ball. The Reds shifting the ball through the back line. They see a lot of space in the back there. Ryan Daniel able to clean up around the back, covering from the far side of his wing. Immediately, the Reds putting the Panthers under a lot of pressure at the moment. We get to have a look at our first line out of the season. So far, the Reds 1 from 1 at scrum time. Let's see how they go line out time. Unable to get their lineouts. The Panthers there just able to get up and interrupt the throw in. Earlier on in the game, we've got a player go down, unsure of what the issue may be. But just based on local knowledge here, just seeing these two teams as they prep for the season, the Reds have finally come together over the last couple of weeks to get their team set for the season. They didn't quite have a good Super 10s run, but great to see this time around they're able to get their players together, get their team together, and train over the last 2 weeks while we had the break. And I believe for the Panthers, totally opposite. They've only just come together as of a day or so to get their team ready for this season. However, take nothing away from these two teams. I know for a fact they will deliver in today's match. It'll be very interesting to see how this game progresses, as we've seen early errors already from the Panthers, and the Reds have gained good opportunities here to attack and score points, hopefully. Both these two sides, with the TKV Reds being coached by Afato Ioane, and for the Panthers, Darren Pitti taking charge of the 2026 season once again. The Reds here are able to get off around the back of the scrum. Balls hanging there on the ground. Panthers trying to penetrate through. Slow ball coming out. An obstruction there, just the TKV Reds not able to find space, but are running into their own players. I think it was just a matter of being patient there. The Reds weren't set properly. They decided to pick and go immediately and not get themselves organised to play a little bit more wider from the seam. But as we expect in this early part of the game, both teams trying to figure out their way through the combinations, the camaraderie as well, especially if you've had very short prep time. The Panthers here get their second chance to attack, and they go to the back line straight away. Panthers there look to boot into the Reds' half. The Reds counter-attack, and a good return through halfway, and breaking through, right through is their fullback. He gets caught. Cardi looks to carry his way through, showing the ball around. Doesn't quite go to hand. They go wide this time and spread the back line of the Panthers. Referee there right on the mark to see a slight knock on there.
Nice running.
That's a good return play there by Johnny Setaviki, working his way from fullback and just putting his team back on the right part of the field. Very dangerous player to watch out for the season, I believe. Panthers there get a scrum feed. They go out to the edge. Ryan Daniel gets a kick upfield. Turns the Reds players around. Gets a good chase on. Johnny once again strong. Gets the ball away. Betero goes for a run. And the play just continues to flow with numbers and support. Can they make it through? Fantastic support play. And our first try of the season. Ethan Connell. Solid sign up for the Reds there to have Ethan Connell from the Bulldogs make his way through over the try line for the Reds. First try of the season. That's the start that we're looking for. That's the kind of plays that they're wanting to develop, is being able to support each other in whatever they do. And they certainly were able to deliver their first try of the season, their first points added on top. Being a Rupana converts, bringing our score to 7-0. Panthers get the kick restarts. They haven't had anything to do in this match yet. It'll be interesting to see how they go in this next phase. They get a line out from this sequence. Are they able to attack? Are they able to get their forward ball and build momentum and get down to the right part of the field? I think one thing's for sure about the Reds this season, Takavana Reds from 2025, is they've got the same team who have come back into the village, which is great to see. Just a few players have shifted around on island to match up with other clubs on island. So it'll be interesting to see how this season progresses and where the players are in 2026. Certainly lots of commentary that we've got sideline here. There's a lot of passion for sure, lots of energy. The Panthers here look to go wide. Can they develop something? We've got Peniasi Taguanga takes the edge and just absolute freak. And what a blessing it is to witness probably one of the standout players over the shore. The Flash. He's back. Suited up for the Panthers, and that was very much a solo effort. And just the caliber that he brings to the game. Wherever he goes, he's able to do that at international level, top level. And it just shows at local level the ability that he has. And I suppose becomes inspiring for many others as well. As we await the conversion here, Daniel Toa gets the kick through against the breeze. Doesn't quite make the crossbar. He's got his directions right. And just as I mentioned, that breeze going from right to left on our field at the moment. It certainly is an advantage for the Reds if they want to utilize the wind. Reds there with the kickoff. Panthers, they'll be looking to exit and get out, and they don't quite get the kick out. Instead, they kick it to a lot of enforcers here for the Reds in the backfield. Seta looks to kick. That's a change of tactic for him. He's done well so far to return the kick. I would have thought he would have attacked it and take this black line on. And because of the kick, he's found some of his players in front who had not retreated to be back on side. And the Panthers now get an advantage to get upfield. Panthers here look to hit the line at the front, and they go up in the air. Daniel Toa looks to make his way through for his backline. Jason Potoru, wearing number 12 in this game, made an impact so far. Great first run there for the Panthers to break through the middle and get upfield. And I think this is where Reds just need to be cautious of themselves as they progress through this match. They've had a lot of confidence so far, especially with the counter-attack. And I would have thought just an earlier play that they would also do the same and continue that momentum. It seems to be a strength for them to have guys like Johnny in the backfield able to return play, but instead he kicked. I think if they can just develop on top of what they're good at, what they're able to, and not create anything that's out of the ordinary for them. Because what's happening now is it's brought the Panthers back into the match and has given them opportunities with 2 consecutive penalties. And possibly an additional 3 points to our scoreboard. Daniel puts a good strike on it. He certainly likes it. Much better strike there from Daniel, 40 meters out. He gets a penalty shot. And our score sitting here with Panthers 8, the Reds 7. We get a restart going. Thomas Stewart takes it in for the Panthers. Junior Kirikava goes for a little run. Say Lossi unleashes the back line. The Panthers here throwing a forward pass. I think by the look of it, you know, they've got a speed. They've got a lot of speed in the back line for the Panthers, and I think just the players have just got in front. Reeds here have an opportunity. They're in the Panthers half. What can they do? What can they deliver to get in front again on the scoreboard? Vienga, the illustrator of the match, unfortunately just lost ball there, but the infringement would be first a high tackle. And just a new law change that has come through from World Rugby. The limit of any high tackle now is at the sternum, the base of the sternum. Which, if you're not sure what the sternum is, it's your chest area, and the bottom part of your chest area is now the highest limit that you can have in terms of high tackle that is written in the law. So I think today for sure, Peter Godfrey and the rest of the match officials crew will be trying to put that into practice. Benga looks to strike and he does not get it. He hasn't quite found his feet yet, Vienga.
Push it to the front. Go forward. Willie, you support Tolo. Support Tolo behind.
We see our first 22-meter kicks restarts of the season, and the Panthers kick it into the Reds' quarters, and Kali Ratu holds nothing back and takes one up for the team and loses the ball in contact. Jason Porter there, able to hit and rip and retrieve the ball back. An excellent counter-attack play coming through. Advantage there. The Reds just slowing the momentum, just hands in the ruck. I think so far with what we've seen in the match, what we can say is the team that has less errors, I think, will come away with a better match and probably a result as well. Benny Dakwanga goes around the edge and just takes his body through. Not the kind of tackle you want to be doing. Diving on a play on the ground. Panthers there try to go edge to edge. Just catches the Reds offside. Right, for the first time in this match, we see the Panthers get into the Reds' territory.
Well, the person that might know is Darren.
The Panthers here able to retrieve their ball at line out, and they look to maul their way over. Junior Kirikava around the back. Gets caught on the edge there. Puts the ball back. Daniel unleashes his back line. Jason takes the shorter route and goes straight forward. The Reds there able to get the ball illegally, however. Very close and disrupting their ball is Kali. Just needed to be on his foot, be up on his feet. And I think he would have been okay. The Panthers there certainly trying to work their way through, but I think the opportunities are just coming about just by the errors that are coming through from the Reds. So it almost just feels like the Panthers are marching upfield and just collecting the points where they can. Daniel Thor was able to convert from 40 meters back. Now he's 20 meters up. I would imagine this will be straight through for Daniel. It certainly is. That brings the Panthers now to 11 points, with the Reds trailing at 7. I'm glad the maths is mathematicking today. So far, early on in this match, we're seeing points on the table, which is good to see. Say Lossi goes for a little scoot on the edge. Ethan Connell tries to get one for his side. Straight up the middle, there's the Panthers. Just slow ball coming through from the breakdown. Steve Rani taking one upfield. The call coming from the AR there, forward pass. It's a great pick up there. There's certainly some tension there on the field in contact area. A lot of the boys are feeling it for themselves, and they're definitely trying to put one on for their own team. Certainly some players to look out for, the Reds, especially in the boot of the scrum. Napoleoni sitting at 8, so I believe he'll be a very impactful player of today's match, coming from the forwards. Petero Naivalu goes for a run in the middle. He's just got to be careful there in the way he attacks. Just got to make sure. Just got to make sure it doesn't lead with the arm, especially when it goes into someone's head. Ethan gets one up for the Reds. Quality jump. And the Reds now, they look to spread to the edge, trying to run this Panthers backline rampant. Getting caught on the edge there. Can the Reds recycle the ball? And they don't. Unfortunately, just an illegal entry coming from the side as they look to clear out the breakdown. Certainly was a clear out that was needed, but just the entry needed to come from behind, not from the side. So just giving away silly penalties there, especially when they've created good momentum to get upfield. Panthers there wasting no time, looking to go to the edge. Ryan Daniel able to get one upfield, get the boot upfield. He's certainly calling in high tackle there, and it was. Just got to be careful with the tackles, the Reds. Panthers wasting no time. They know the longer they take, the less chances they'll get their ball back. Just another contact to the head. We've just got to watch those tackles. As I've mentioned, certainly there's lots of tension there on the field, but that's just all passion coming through. We've just got to be able to control their passion Not let it get too. Just got to try and control their passion, not let get it too high, where you're causing infringements and just foul plays such as high tackles, such as that.
Hey, contest, contest.
The Reds are certainly conceding a lot of penalties this part of the game.
Come on this side.
Hey, free kick. Take him out now.
Ethan once again just solid at line-out time. Certainly a player to watch.
Oh, Maria.
Oh, come on the side. Come on the side.
Reds, they get the clearance. Great kick upfield. An even better reception from Ryan. Close call. The Reds there somehow get the ball back. The Reds there retrieve a short arm penalty. They decide to tap and go forward. Reds slowly, they're just utilising their big boys just to get some forward momentum, just to build a bit more pressure. Recycling the ball does the Reds. Vinger goes for a little run, tries to find support. He's trapped at the moment. Playing at advantage. Goes the referee and the Reds know it. Being it goes for the kick down in the corner. Gets his team just short of the 22. Now, can they string something together and convert this time? So far, we've seen in the game, they're solid at line-out time. Through the hands of Ethan Connell, I would imagine he'd be the main guy to watch here in this play. So all the Panthers are going to do are going to try and get in front and compete and contest. If not, identify where they would go and try and counter-attack. Mara Atamu with the throw-in for the Reds. Successful. Reds now organising themselves. Kali goes for a run by himself. Can he get the support? Just a bit slow. Aiden Cuppy able to get amongst the action and get his hands on that. I think the Reds, for sure, were appealing for a similar type of play further up the field, which were definitely slightly different. Can the Panthers get away from this? Ryan unleashes off to the back line, and the ball just floats forward, doesn't go to hand. Panthers losing the ball in motion. Reds with the scrum feed. Being up, looks to set up his back line. Once again, goes for the double cut and puts his midfield players through to meet with the forwards, which is certainly the right place to go, because these forwards for the Reds, they are definitely something. And if they can organise themselves better and work together to rumble upfield, I certainly believe they will have an impact on this game. And as we can see, certainly not set, not organised. And that's where they've just got to be a bit better. They've got to get into position very quickly and set themselves so that they can receive the ball on the positive and have some go forward. Because at the moment, that's all they're missing is the go forward. And they look good for a couple of phases, but they certainly need to continue that momentum through as many phases that they need to get upfield. So they waste an opportunity there. But I'm sure if they look back on this, they'll be able to work out and analyse their game to ensure wherever they go on the field, they get set in position so they have attacking options to play. And when you've got guys like Wenger, he can easily scout where his best options will be. But if he doesn't have a foundation to work on, he'll certainly struggle to get through. Panthers here with the scrum feed, not quite stable, just there's a lot of activity happening there in the front row. Panthers with the feed. Say is able to get the ball out. Daniel under a bit of pressure, has to get the ball away. Johnny Sitavicki, exactly. Except with the drop ball, but he's certainly a great counter-attack player. Reds now under a lot of pressure. Willie able to clean up in the back. He's a bit isolated at the moment. Peter Godfrey right on the mark to see a high tackle, just a wrap around the neck. Being ops for the lineouts, good option for them, especially with the lineout pack they've got. They've just got to stay disciplined, stay in sequence, and get this ball back and try to attack. And at the moment, with the current wind conditions they've got, I would be trying to kick down to territory, but as I said, the line out, if they don't get that right, which they don't, the Panthers are pouncing, and Aiden Coppi's just having a field day at the moment off the back of the line out. He's got numbers to the left. Can they let the ball go? Danger man, the flash. Not able to find the support that he needs and throws the ball willingly into the wrong hands. And they lose the ball. Certainly a beautiful day out here, family. It's the first round of the season, 2026, kicking off here at Aratere Park in Avachu. Beautiful conditions, I'm sure, from where you're watching as well. As we see Takawaini Reds and the Tupelo Panthers go head to head. Napoleone, as I mentioned, would certainly be a strong counterpart for the Reds today. Numbers to the left here for the Reds. Johnny carries through. And the Reds have just got to recycle this ball, get themselves quickly into position with a few Reds players there slowly coming to the mark. Panthers there retrieved the ball and lost it. So we're playing at advantage here. Carly goes for a run. Can he release Willie? And he does. Can Willie go all the way? Not as far as TJ. Willie. Panthers go for a quick throw. Sailosi goes for a run. He's got the support there of Johnny. Johnny looks downfield. Johnny decides to kick one back, and he's got a lot of Reds jerseys in front of him. In a bit of trouble now. Certainly in a lot of trouble as the Panthers strike back and scoring just on halftime through the hands of Pita Sinibiakula. And a great try there by the Panthers as they went through on the edge with Pita getting his first try for the season. Certainly one of the veterans for the Panthers and still running amok. As we go to halftime, we still await the conversion. Daniel Dorr attempts the conversion. Crosses the face. And our score at halftime is 16 points to 7. Panthers in the lead. We'll take a short break as both teams go to halftime. With the Reds have plenty to work on in terms of their discipline and the way they want to attack. Not giving themselves enough chances to be able to play the ball, and they find themselves on defense and trailing the scoreboard. The Panthers, however, have just got to find their sequence. They're just able to take the opportunities where possible, but they haven't really played yet in this match. They've just been given the opportunities and able to convert. So it'll be very interesting to see how the second half goes in this match. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, kia ora tātou katoa. Welcome back to our live stream. We're about to take on the second half with our halftime score of 16 points to 7. Panthers in the lead, and the Reds just trailing. But I'm positive as we go into the second half, we'll see something a little different. Both teams have had their team talks, and I believe they would have discussed some of the things that needed to be worked on. Just realizing also the Reds had conceded an injury to one of their players, quite a serious one, and he's come off and he's been replaced. A couple of substitutions have been made also for the Reds and their back line. I'm sure very shortly I'll be able to work out who is on and who's off. The Panthers there look to receive the kickback and they try to go upfield. Well, the ball there just all over the place, and the Reds are able to scramble. Reds there on the edge, Slade looking to muscle up. Willie throws a random pass into the wrong hands. The ball just seemed like it was just very hot, and everyone's just tossing and throwing the ball around. And at the end of the day, no one wanted it. So the referee decides to call. Which way?
Let's get back, Red.
Referee, along with the help of the AR, have come to a decision. The Panthers with the scrum feed. There's certainly a few substitutions on for the Reds. Just need to work out the numbers and the names matching to my list to know who's who. The Panthers there don't want the ball. Just inaccurate passing coming through, and the backline are unable to get some go forward at all.
Johnny, what's the other side? Count the numbers. Go. Johnny, the other side.
Talk about any Reds with the scrum feed. Very clear in what just happened there. Instructions given to especially the forwards and the halfback pre-match on the way you put your ball through the scrum. You've got to ensure that it's a straight feed down the tunnel and not angled to your own team, which is exactly what Perry did there, and finds himself now on defense as the Panthers get themselves into position. Daniel Dorr barking orders into his forward pack, demanding that they attack in a certain area in which the Reds are able to read and steal the ball at the breakdown. Referee calling their hands on the ruck. Captain there for the Reds appealing to the decision. Panthers there marching into the 22 of the Reds. First time in this second half, the Panthers there find themselves in probably the most positive spot they can have in this match. Aiden Cuppy goes for a run, settles down just on the 22. Panthers there unleash their backline. A spot on tackle coming through from the Reds. They slow down, probably a bigger threat for the Panthers. TJ Willie looks to line up in the middle. Once again, just the high shot coming through. Ben carries through and just able to take on 3 players at a time and unleash a pass to the left to his winger. Beat that Sinipiakula in for the second try of the match. While we have the opportunity, I'd just like to welcome our Prime Minister, Mark Brown, who's entered into the ground for this match. Obviously, a big supporter of our men in red, our TKV, our Takowaine boys. So it's great to have our Prime Minister here, alongside his bodyguard, the legendary Subi. Great to have these legends from TKV out here supporting their team. As the Panthers continue to climb up the scoreboard, 21 points to 7. And once again, the Reds just off a few silly mistakes. And the Panthers then are able to convert and get upfield. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after this match, there is also Game 2, the main match between the Avachi Eels, the host, against the Aotearoa Bears. That'll be an exciting match also. Avachi Eels coming off the Super 10s season, Super 10s tournament, as victors, as champions for our first ever 10s tournament in the Cooks. And as the host today, I would imagine the Avachi Eels will be looking forward to getting onto the field, ripping into our 15 season. But right here, right now, we've got the heavyweights of our 2025 champion finalists, the Tupu Panthers, between our runners-up, the Takowaine Reds. As we wait the conversion, Daniel Toa kicks it through, just misses the upright. The score remains at 21 points to 7. Now, if you're just tuning into our live stream, ladies and gentlemen, a big kia ora and meitaki, and welcome to each and every one of you who are joining our live stream today. Wherever you are watching in the world, we're sending our love and our big meitaki mata to each and every one of you for jumping on and witnessing this match. And hopefully you will stay with us for the next match between the Avachi Eels and the Aotearoa Bears. Now, if you're a big fan of the Takowaine Reds, please send us some comments of support for your team. And also, for the arch rivals, the Tupu Panthers, send through your paws, send through your comments of support for your team. Because right now, the Reds are able to succeed at their kickoff. And they get an advantage. Upfield. The Reds marching upfield. This is certainly where they want to be. Now, they need to get back on the scoreboard as quickly as they can to really get back in this match. Just a few things they need to tidy up. Just need to get their forward pack into position as quickly as possible so that they can play. Now, this is one strength for them is their line-out. But at the moment, the Panthers are able to counter. The Reds there succeeding a penalty. Ball needed to be recycled back, however the Panthers stripped it upon the tackle being called. And the Reds here look to tap and go. Perry Gogo just commanding his boys again. I'm glad he's on the field. He was barking a lot of orders on the sideline. Now he can get in there, do the work. Work with his pairing half. With Ving up. The Reds there into the contact. Perry looks for a quick tap. Possibly also tried to milk a yellow card out of the referee to send off a black jersey. Perry goes for a quick tap. Gets his big boys to go forward. And it just spells out. This is consecutive penalty now. I would imagine there'll be some warnings being dished out to the men in black. The Reds have just got to get themselves set. They've got to find their position, find their mark. This will be a very close call. Yeah, exactly. This incorrect tap of the ball. And unfortunately, the Reds lose that opportunity. And they find themselves on a defensive scrum. Now, they have the opportunity to put a lot of pressure now on the Panthers, especially 5 metres out from their try line. The Panthers here, they've just got to set themselves and ensure that they get a clean scrum, clean ball. And they have the options, I would imagine, to run or kick. Very messy around the back. And the Reds pumping the men in black at scrum time. Perry looks for a quick tap. Napoleone decides to go for a run. And he gets one across the line. Try coming through courtesy of our television match official. And the Reds are back in it. The Reds are back in. And 12 points conversion to come. With the kick being this close, being up right through the middle of the sticks. and brings our score to 14.
Reset.
Exactly what the Reds will want to be doing in this next half of the second half is to ensure that they can get down in the right part of the field and continue to add points to their tally. And being up, looks upfield, gets a kick straight down and out of trouble. We get a good view of the lineouts right here. Substitutions coming on for the Panthers. The Reds there, they go for a run up the middle, 20 meters upfield now. Can they recycle the ball? Get their big boys rolling, being up. Being looks left, decides to throw one out wide. Carly once again going to work, running into heavy contact there. The Reds running without the ball. The Panthers there on the counter-attack. John Oval goes for a scoot. The little guy finds himself halfway up the field. Unfortunately, just a very illegal play.
Anyone got a stopwatch?
Yep.
Yeah, can I use your one?
I'm gonna stop watching. Mine only goes 5 minutes.
Okay, sweet.
Just do yours anyway, you might run away. Some fortunate Simbin there by the Reds. Just an illegal pat down of the ball. Panthers there not able to lock in on their lineouts. I think certainly some work ons there. Looking at their replacement hookup. Olive, he'll certainly be scratching his head about those two lineouts he's done since coming on. Certainly be keeping an eye on Vinga as he sets up this next play. But without the forwards, he's not able to get the ball. I think with the reinforcements also that have come on for the Panthers, there's certainly a little bit more energy in the forward pack, so they're able to cease up any momentum that might be coming from the Reds. And just remembering also, the Reds forward pack are down one player, so they lose a bit of that weight and that strength. The scrum is set. The Panthers try to push over. Perry gets the ball out. Vinga looks to go wide, and immediately Johnny goes for a little run. Definitely makes his way upfield with a great run by Johnny. Can he get the support? Right over the ball. Perry goes for Scoot, making his way upfield. He just needs that support coming through. Panthers offside, coming through. There's the Reds. They're in the danger zone now. Can they convert? There's only 7 points in it. And the Reds opting for the kick. Certainly a good option in this period of the game. If they can get this kick, and then also try and create another opportunity to get downfield and score more points, that'll be awesome. And the Reds are up. Score currently 21 points to 17. Not much in it. The Reds are clawing their way back. Even with a man in the bin, they were still able to collect something. Now they've just got to improve on the attack, improve where they want to play, regain the territory. Great kickoff there by Daniel. Was a high ball, and the Reds didn't know what to do with it. Panthers there with a scrum feed. TJ picks up around the back. Goes for a little one, beats two. Bumps off the third. Still running, flicks off a pass. Support play coming through from the Panthers there. Gaining extra meters. Oki decides to go straight in the middle. Hits a brick wall. Olive goes for his first run. Loves the collision. Gets the ball back and she's loose on the ground. Alistair Newbegin picks it up. Can they clear it? Slow ball coming back. Daniel Tor looks to unleash his backline. Benny Takuwanga gets Peter on the way. On the mark as the referee, seeing the forward pass coming through. No objections there by the Panthers. Panthers there putting on more substitutions. The Reds have got a few more on the bench, which they'll unleash at some point. As we stop the play there, one of the TKV Reds getting some attention. I think really important for the Reds right now is to come together as a collective and really work hard to get their set piece up to scratch and allow for guys like Venga to get them up the field in the right place. Right now they've got the wind against them, so there's a lot of work they need to do to get these sequences right and get up the field where we know they're able to run We know they're able to score from anywhere. But first things first, going to set the scrum. Quick tack coming through, and the Panthers are just offside. And here it is. The yellow card coming through. And the Panthers here sit one in the bin. And as he comes to sit, and the Reds very close to getting there. Yellow card back in on sequence. And Perry. Oh boy. He'll be regretting that for sure. Let's just hope that the Panthers don't score on that mistake. Panthers with the scrum feed. Daniel straightening things up. Decides to take on his opposite, and Venga rips one out. Clever play coming through from their general, the Reds. Reds there just weaving their way through and just floating passes around the ship. The support players coming from everywhere. But so is the mistakes. Losing the opportunity to roll on. I don't want to say any names, but no doubt he'll be watching this live stream and wishing that he caught that. Oh, they're subbing him off. Solid work happening.
Two tries.
As we reset the play there with the scrum. Just got to reset and just get the feet right. Get the positioning right again. Not much in this game. Very close as the Panthers now look to go short side. Just some silly plays that are happening. I think the Panthers, again, just like the Reds, get into their routine and just build their momentum. They're trying to possibly score tries on the first play. I think when you're playing against a team like the Reds, you've definitely got to work them across the field, up the field, back the field, and then find the opportunities to do something fancy and score tries. So the Panthers, they're losing the opportunity, and the Reds are saved, and hopefully they can get upfield and put some points on the board. Reds there look to attack up the middle. Once again, Johnny Setovica just unstoppable at the moment. He's doing so well for his team right now. Mara hasn't had too much of the action. Ethan goes to work. And the Panthers there trying to retrieve, but unable to. And there's that silly pass once again. Both of them are doing it. The Reds, the Panthers now. Kick and chase upfield. And the Panthers look to counter-attack, and this could be dangerous as they set themselves up center field, and the Panthers all over it. Panthers there going for the quick tap. Get caught on the 22. Ryan goes wide. Finds the forward standing up in the middle. TJ goes to run. Drops one off to Stephen Rani. Rani out to the edge. Aiden. Easy stroll into the corner. Just a simple draw of the hands, finding the space. And the Panthers extend their lead. First try of the season there for Aiden Cuppy, making his debut for the Panthers in the rugby union season. Panthers there extend their lead 26-17 with the kick to come. Sight gets a kick and pushes it to the left. The score remains 26-17.
That's what I have too. 26-17.
Not long to go, just over 10 minutes of this match. Now the Reds, if they really want this, they've got to earn the ball. They've got to get the ball and keep it. They still have a chance to win this game. 10 minutes to go. They've just got to show some urgency. The kick restart there. Perry might be slightly offside, but the ref doesn't see it. Gets the ball back, and is exactly what the Reds need is the ball. They don't want to be wasting any time here, the Reds. They want to get upfield and get these points within these 10 minutes. They've got to score twice to win. Perry digs it out of the breakdown. The Reds go for a run out left. Mara goes for a run, almost loses the ball. Venga looks to distribute out wide. That's exactly where they want to go. But not exactly how they want to be playing. Stepping over the sideline is Willie. Panthers there able to get the ball at the top. Very close contest. The Reds there go for a run, loses the ball. There's Jason, and straight into the hands of the Reds. Now they're right on the mark. Can they score it? We've got numbers out left. What do they do? Looks like their big boys are going for a little short run. No, they don't. Wenger goes for a run. Does he distribute? No, because he can score it. And that's exactly the type of player he is, standing up when he's needed. They're back in this match. Not much in it if he can convert this. Which he does. You know, score now. It's 26-24. To the Panthers. TKB Reds trailing by 2 now. They just need to try to win this match. If they can hold off the Panthers. Or penalty kick might be able to do it. Well, let me remind you that this is the rematch of the 2025 finals. So this could be anything. Oh, the kick doesn't make the 10. Just over 5 minutes. 5 minutes to go. And there's only 2 points in it. Center field. This could be anything. And the Reds are full of surprises, I would imagine. Knowing what kind of player Ving is, I would think there'll be a short ball backdoor coming off the right side. And all he's got to do is draw in the centers for the Panthers and put a hole just on the outside at the edge. Will he do that? And he does, but doesn't execute it well. The idea was right, just the timing of the play. They still have the ball. Now it's just the forwards. They've got to go to work. They've just got to get involved in the match, set the foundation, bring in this Panthers pack, and squeeze them through the middle until they find an opportunity on the edge. And being just going to stay patient and distribute. They've got to cut that out to also throwing the ball wherever. Penalty play coming through. The Panthers giving it away. Reds there get a kick up field. They're in the Panthers 22, but we just hold time for the minute while we get some attention on to our player that is down. Oh boy. Getting pretty close to the end, and this is anyone's game. Now for the Reds, all they really need is a penalty opportunity. With only 4 minutes to go, get a kick at goal if they can. If they don't succeed, then they'll get a ball back. If the Reds can find a penalty in this territory, in this half of the field, and try and kick for goal, they will have time to play if they miss the kick. And the one thing they don't get right is a not straight throw. Pity. They should have had that. They needed to get that right, but they got it wrong. They really needed that line out. However, they've got scrum. Now, if they have the energy, they really want this, I would be pushing for the scrum. The Reds. Get this ball back. If not, put pressure on the Panthers and keep them in this half. And the energy comes through, but the Panthers still able to hold off and get the ball back. And we have a dangerous situation now. The Panthers are on the loose. They got speedsters left, right, center. And they're still going. Marika. The Panthers all of a sudden on the opposite 22. They got numbers to the left. Can they release the ball? TJ Willie throws the ball out wide, and Aiden, the recipients to a Panthers counter-attack. Just teamwork coming into formation. Support play, left and right of any Panther player with the ball. And the Panthers go edge to edge and score a crucial try, which will probably close out the match. 31 points to 24. Aiden Cuppy off a second try of the match. Conversion to come. And the conversion still coming. Sai Lossi unable to. And 2 minutes to go.
Last run.
There's still time for the Reds if they can. And Perry gets the ball back. Just a converted try will close up the gap. Reds there, just on the roll right now. Players coming from the side for the Panthers. I can smell an advantage coming through for the Reds. There's the full-time hooter sounds. Can the Reds protect this ball? Can they maintain this momentum? They still have the ball. Perry, quick ball off the deck. They got forwards right down the middle. And the Panthers pounce right on top, but that is an infringement for sure. Definitely saw this advantage coming. Just the Panthers on the back foot now. Can Kali at least score to draw this up, and the ball flies? That's for an illegal play at the ball while it's on the ground. And at full time, a yellow card is still being dished out. We're running in overtime right now. Big boys going to work. The Reds, the ball was just sitting. Can they retain the ball, recycle the ball, find some patience and attack? And the Reds don't quite handle the ball, but they still have the advantage. Penalty advantage still available to the Reds. Can TKB get through? And a long pass gets intercepted. Jason Potoru goes for a scoot, but he gets run down. And Marika breaks off the Reds' would-be tackler. And the Panthers once again, from end to end, score an unnecessary try that wins them the game. The Panthers newbie Marika making a statement on the Panthers debut and scores one at full time. And what a game. With the conversion successful and the score to end the match, 38 points to 24. What a game. Our two finalists of 2025, and the Panthers once again take their winning streak into 2026 with a great start. What an awesome game. Plenty edits, plenty of errors, plenty to talk about, plenty to work on, and plenty to carry through for the season. The Reds just coming up short. And the Panthers certainly, I don't know how they did it. With little to no training, they still were able to put together a team and turn up in round one and take away the winning streak. From the Reds. I can only wish these two teams all the very best for the season. Thank you to each and every one of the team, the players, the coach and the management staff. We certainly hope you look forward to round two next week. But what a game from these two teams, and we take our hats off to them. And as these two teams exit the field, we welcome on our next match between the host, the Awatere Eels, and the men from the West, the Aotearangi Bears. Stay tuned. Well, here we are. Certainly another match I've been looking forward to for this week. Once again, just a big kia ora and welcome to everyone that's tuning into our live stream. Wherever you are in the world, please drop a comment. Send us your location, where you are watching from. Even if you are here on the island and you're not able to come to the field, but we're here. Aratere Park in Avachu. We have the host team kicking off. Avachu Eels versus the Bears. Ararangi Bears. We're getting straight into the action. The Bears look to exit. Avachu here with their first line-out throw of the season. Strategic kickoff has definitely got them the ball back. And the Eels, what can they do? They go to center field and just end up finding a red wall. Awesome to see that the boys are going to work. The Eels find themselves now just short of the 22. Bill Demore goes to work. And the enforcers of the Eels now are certainly getting to work.
Get back the team, Kevin.
Our main man in the middle, Lewis Tata, taking the whistle for us today. And he's assisted by Toa Manea and Paul Ciru. An intentional work there happening for the Eels. And they're opting for the kick, which I am surprised about. Looking at the lineup that they have, would have thought they would have continued to build momentum and just test this Roaring Bears pack before progressing through the match. But I guess as a sign of respect to the Bears, they're opting to kick and they want to win this match. First kick of the match doesn't go to plan. Nuku misses the kick there, which is similar to what happened in the first game. TKV straight off the kickoff. In just a few moments then they go for a penalty kick and also miss. There might be something about their goal post. The Eels there once again go to work.
Get around.
Certainly seeing the intention they have there. Referee just distributing warnings There's just a bit of back chat happening straight away, but why not? If you've been penalised a few times already in the match, no doubt you would have some questions. But the Bears, at the moment, they find themselves just 5 metres out from their try line. Very important now they really pay attention to what they're doing, getting their players organised. Awesome to see. Stand right in the middle of the pack, just barking orders and getting the guys organised. And the Eels are able to retain their ball. And Nuku looks to unleash his back line. And ball's just flying out wide. Tafai goes for a run on the edge. The ball's loose there for the Eels. Bit of pressure coming through. And the Eels lose the ball in contact. Solid defense coming from the Aotearoa Bears there. Basil digs it out. Numbers on the edge. Certainly composed on the edge, but as I mentioned, very clear in the instruction by the referee. As I mentioned in the earlier game, there's now a written law, and the height of any tackle has to be at the base of the sternum. And so it is the job of our match officials to practice and also educate our players around that. The Bears wasting no time. They get a successful first line out, and they're rolling on. Other Bears. Basil digs it out. And they goes to the edge, the Aotearoa Bears. Henry Matayo gets involved with the match. Stand right, goes for a run. Settles the piece and gets the ball back. Line out advantage. The Bears not able to succeed from their plate. Aotearoa Bears there with a free kick. They go for a run. Just the numbers on the line out there. Just over 2 Eels. Advantage. Just the offside coming through. The Bears there looking to get to the corner. And a great kick coming through. And for the first time of this match, the Aotearoa Bears get into the 22 of the Eels. They've certainly got work to do here. They've got to get this line out right. And I would imagine with the boys they've got, there'll be a maul of some sort coming through. And try and squeeze something out of this other two forward pack. And then go to the option of a backline strike. We shall see what develops from this play. Kiana Pomare. 2 from 2 is the Bears line out. And I guess the message is pretty straightforward in terms of what Aotearoa are trying to do. And the Bears, with the numbers, can they utilise what they have on the edge. Can they keep the ball in? The Eels scrambling on defense there. There's gap right in the middle of the park. Can their big Bears forwards punch it? The gap is certainly closed, and there's an opportunity on the left side. And they go to that side, except without the ball. The Eels get out of trouble. The Bears making good use of their forward pack, and why not? When you've got a leader in the pack, you certainly want to be going up that way and following his lead and utilising your strengths. Because at the moment, by the look of it, this Eels team have definitely got a Starfleet backline. And I would imagine just a couple of phases they will run before hitting their backline will be the way they go. For the Bears, they're able to get the ball back. They're in the Eels' half. Rob drops off the pass. Doesn't quite go to hand. Beautiful conditions here at Aratiri Park. The ground is solid. The grass is firm. However, there is a breeze that is crossing the field directly ahead of us. So it'll be very interesting for both teams as the wind blows across the field, how they will utilize their opportunities at kicking. Right now, we've just got to play it down for the Aotearoa Bears, so he's getting some attention. I think so far in this match, what we've seen, some pretty classic patterns from both these two teams, expecting nothing out of the ordinary, and I would assume they've also had limited or short amount of prep time to develop something for their game. But while they have the opportunity today, they'll get to find out more about themselves and also about the oppositions that they will face. Eels here with the scrum feed as we resume play. It's been a while, I suppose, for these two teams to go through a lot of scrum time. Just looking at the guys that they've got in the front row there, there's probably two players out of the entire front row pack that have already started in the season. Everyone else is fairly, I suppose, new to the 2026 season. Nuku looks to find his backline out on the edge. Nathan Nabo looks to distribute off to Tafa. He takes on Henry. Mateo, great tackle on the edge there. And the Aotearoa Bears back trailing there, back on side. And the Eels go to work straight down the middle. Their players, their forwards folding around to the far side. I would assume there'll be a switchback coming through because there is a short side of numbers on this side. Nuku decides to go to the back corner. And I think that's certainly what I was expecting anyway, is that they will go a couple of phases before unleashing their back line. But I certainly think it's working for them to keep the ball in hand. They go to the edge. Gillette gets caught on the edge there, and the Bears meets them at ruck time and sets their defense, while some of the other two players are retreating to get back on side. Bill Demmel gets caught there in the middle. The Bears look set to go, which is awesome to see. And the ball goes flying, water tackle plus rip. And the boys get the ball back. Now, can they retain this, the Aotearoa Bears? Just slow with the breakdown.
Nice, boys. Good. Kobe, good cover on there, eh? Good work, boys.
Conversations to be had there with the captains already in this match. Certainly a few things that the referee is commanding to tidy up in this match, and he's obviously having those conversations now with the captains. And what we do want to see is just a nice flow of the game. And so there needs to be some fluidity, especially at the breakdown. And the referee just wants to be clear with the captains to eliminate any of the messy actions that might be happening already. And let's get this game going. I mean, what I've said, I could be wrong. He might have had a totally different conversation with the captains. But I guess we'll see how the game develops and what we're trying to see. And obviously, for the Aotearoa Bears, lineouts are working. They go to the air again, and they're on a roll. They're about 2 meters out, and the Eels get right behind, and they push them out. Are we there? Referee trying to dig his way through to see. And it's quite clear. Assistance from the AR calls it a try. And that's exactly how we predicted the Bears would be attacking or would be playing in this match, is utilizing the forward pack, which they have, and just playing to their strengths. And we have our first points of the match, with the Aotearoa Bears scoring a try against the host. Conversion unsuccessful. Score now 5-0 to the Aotearoa Bears. Not a bad start to this second match of the day. I certainly was expecting a few things, and I've definitely seen it so far. See how this match develops over the next 60 minutes or so. I mean, if both these two teams, unlike the first game, can keep up the mistakes and play the game that they're able to, I certainly think this match will also be just as exciting as the first one. Nuku goes further down with the kickoff, and it gets returned. Basil exits. The Eels now still in the Bears' territory. Bears get the ball back somehow. Pretty close there. The ruck was formed before the ball was taken, and what a great kick once again. The Bears inside the Eels 22 once again. Last time they were here, they were successful enough to come away with some points. I'd be keeping my eye on Kiana Pomare, who's their main jumper, and I think he's in the right spot to get a jump. Just facing his opposite number, and they went the other direction instead. The Eels there, going wide. They're not afraid to attack the Avery Eels. Nathan drops off a ball. How good was that? And Tevita, New Summer, goes for a run up the middle, gets caught there. And the support play coming through from the Eels. They go straight down the middle once again, distributes off. The Bears scrambling on defense. How those big boys are able to get back on side, I don't know. Bill Demmel, anytime he's one-on-one with anyone, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't win their battle. He comes off with the first try for the Eels of the season. Bill Demmel. May as well call him Bill Demolition. He might like that one. After all, the entire week of social media, his entire team's picking on him. Bill Demmel. First points for the Eels.
Let's keep that chin up, boys. Let's go. Drop it up to the line.
All right, the Eels were successful with the conversion. And they're leading this match 7 points to 5. The Bears with the kickoff. The Eels just letting their ball bounce.
Nice. Come on, get over it.
It's anyone's ball at the moment. There was a bit of a messy play. Certainly was
Set piece, boys. KT's on.
some sort of knock-on that happened. I didn't quite see it. Well, how good is it though, eh? I think just another courtesy welcome for our Prime Minister, Mark Brown, who's seated right next to me, watching this game. He was obviously here earlier to support his TKV Reds team. He's certainly a legend of TKV. Sitting alongside him is Subi, who's also another stalwart legend of TKV Reds. So it's awesome to see these guys down here supporting their team, all these young fellas that are representing the club. So welcome once again and kia ora to our Prime Minister who's here. Back onto this match. The Eels just trucking upfield. They were looking for their forwards once again. Nuku is looking to get to the corner, I think. He doesn't, decides to go wide. And Braden, Anapa goes for Scoot. Up and coming player for the Eels. Certainly is something special building in their kid. Nathan Nabo finds himself in the middle, doing some work.
Get up, boys, get up. Take them low, Rexy.
Just lost it forward there. Bill Demo, not a great pass.
Rexy, boys.
Just as we hold time here, one of the players getting some attention. We restart the match now, number 19. Juta, I think it is. He seems to be okay. He's back on. He's still holding to the left side of his rib cage there. Bears there with the scrum feed. Basil digs it out of the back, decides to go to the short side. Young fella here takes on the Eels pack, not afraid to run. Kobe gets the ball back. Wise goes for a run, but gets caught on the edge.
That's it. That's it, peace. That's it, peace now, boys.
Eels there with a jump. They get it back. Just doesn't quite go to hand, and they've got a scramble in the back there. The Eels there going out to the edge. Nathan once again goes into contact, and the Eels they're just kicking the ball through. Can't do that. With the Eels there continue to play at advantage. Big George goes for a run. Quick ball from the ruck there. Advantage, I'm sure, is being played with a forward pass. Referee takes it back for penalty advantage. Nuku kicks it down the field. It's been a little while since the Eels have been able to come down here and do something. Right now, they have the opportunity to attack as Aroang Bears side, and Nuku looks to distribute his backline and finds the forwards that's sitting in the middle. Drops one off, does Jale to Devita, and a strong run-up. As always, he gets caught around the back. Slow ball coming through for Nuku. Bill Temple just sizes up the red wall that's in front of him. Ends up running into the wrong one. George, once again. Braden calls for it. He sees something out on the right side. Nuku looks to distribute. Jale running short ball and just very simple mismatch The Eels there extend their lead. 12 points on the board with the kick to come. Very simple work there by the Eels. Just picking this Otaringa Bears team apart and looking for that mismatch. And then just taking the opportunities where they can. Converging successful at the boot of Devita Newsama. I mean, we take our hats off to both these two teams for putting together a team and coming through. As we see a quick kickoff, that was out of nowhere. Out of the entire 30 players that are on the field, only 2 players were ready and aware. And thankfully, the Bears, they'll be pleased to have the ball and also find themselves within the 22 of the Eels. As the Bears looks to go to the edge, they've got numbers. Can they utilize it? And they certainly do. What a play. What looked like the Otaringa Bears just strolling back to the halfway, but really, they were well alert and just caught the Eels napping.
Like a K?
I just spell it how it sounds. As I was saying there, the Bears just caught the Eels napping and they get back on the scoreboard with a conversion unsuccessful. The score now 14 points to 10. Over to you. Oh. Eels with the restart. Kick upfield. Great territory kick. Quick throw in by the Eels. They decide to run. Nathan certainly will spot an opening and create something. Strong carry, centre field. And the Eels get back on side and in position.
Get under, boys, get under. Good work.
Running on the outline.
Pull them over, Kobe, pull them over.
The Eels there. Trying to get themselves organised to attack. Nuku decides to throw one out to the edge. Nathan once again. It's just a workhorse in this match. He's just isolated at the moment. I think just a bit of patience there coming, or a bit of patience needed there by the Eels, just to get their plays set. But at the same time, forwards will need to be thinking urgency to get back in line. They play a big part.
I mean, we can add some more on if to them you want us to.
Nathan, you stay out. Come on, Nathan. Toru, center.
Just as we're holding time there, just so one of our players can get some attention, the Bears there pounced onto an isolated player to get the ball back, and they find themselves now in the Eels half. Bears there with the throw in, successful, and they go for the option of a maul this far out. But why not? The Bears there go for a run out wide. They've got players to burn. The Bears there retain the ball. Oh, just weren't ready for it. I don't know if you could hear that in the background, but the Aotearoa Bears were looking at recruiting the Prime Minister to lace up and make his entrance into this match.
Go, Cobes, Cobes, go! Cobes, stop up. Good boy.
The Eels go for a little run and they throw the ball anywhere and everywhere. Jarlett goes for a run. And the support play comes in at the wrong part of the field. Forward pass coming through. Referees on the money today, in the right position to make these calls.
Hey, get him on the field so they can stop.
I certainly haven't got too much to comment at the moment, but there's a lot of action going on. See a good close-up of this contest at scrum time. And the Bears able to hold. An advantage coming through for the Bears. Just the early break off from the Eels. As the Bears continue to roll on through, up the middle. Basil digs it out the back, looks left and looks right. Just a bit too slow at the end. The Eels pounce on it, but the advantage still is being played. It certainly wasn't the breaking off earlier. It was just a bind, recognised on the far side. Another great kick there coming through from the Aotearoa Bears, and they march on in to the Eels 22. And a great place for them to set up for maul, I would think. And Josh Motu for the Eels gets up. And in the way. But the numbers there, I think, for the Eels, it's either the numbers or they're closing in on it. Team that's closing in on that try line is the Aotearoa Bears. Advantage coming in play. As we settle the scrap there, the Aotearoa Bears have the advantage, which they come back for a penalty option. The referee wants to sort something out and get some witness involved. And I think without a doubt there will be some tension, especially when there's a lot of passion happening in that forward pack. The Eels there get to the corner. A great platform to set up for a quick line out and at the same time set up for a maul. And he gets it, Kiana. And the throw doesn't hit the mark. As we're winding up to the halftime, the Eels are safe in that sense, with the Bears not able to get up and get a straight throw. Okay, no, it seems like a rethrow. I'm not too sure what's happened. I was expecting a scrum call there for the pass not being straight, but we continue play. And the Bears sit there, maul, and it goes to ground. Advantage coming through for the Bears. The Eels dragging it down, and players in the ruck. Something's still not right. Referee just having a conversation with the Eels players. Just got to be careful, as this is now a consecutive penalty. They go to the line out again. The Eels want to get this. The Bears want to get this one. As we wind up into halftime. Throw not straight. The Eels are safe there with that particular attack. The Bears would be fuming about that, missing that opportunity just before halftime to at least get ahead on the scoreboard. So they go to scrum time and see if they can challenge for the ball back. Scrum collapses. There's definitely a lot of heat coming through. A lot of pressure there on the front rows. As referee resets for the scrum. Our halftime hooter sounds, and the score remains at 14-10. I would imagine the Eels here will just get the ball and kick it out and go to halftime. But Bill decides to run, and why not? The Eels here going for the attack. They're going out to the edge. Can they go all the way? Jale throws the ball to the ground. Play continues. The Bears have the ball. Bears throwing the dummy. The recycle was their players recycle back as well. Chris decides to kick, and the Bears might be in a bit of trouble here. I don't think that was the right option. Scrambling for the ball like lollies. And no fruition in that particular play. We go to halftime with the Eels leading this match of 14-10. Scrappy into the first half. Certainly some conversations to be had, but I think for the Bears, they'll be grateful for this. They'll be grateful for this halftime hoot up as they get some rest while they're very short on the bench with no players. They'll be looking forward to the rest. As for the Eels, they'll just continue to work on what they've been planning to do in building their game. But it's a good first test and taste for both teams in this first half. As we'll take a short break and we'll be back for the second half. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, a quick run across the field to the bar and back. It was half time. And I don't think these players have had enough, but here it is. This is what it's all about. It's about the rugby. And we're back on the field, both teams ready to rumble for the second half of today's match between the Aotearoa Bears and the Aotearoa Eels. There's a couple of substitutions already for the Aotearoa Eels. Unfortunate for the Aotearoa Bears, they've got no numbers to substitute, so this is a call out to the people of Aotearangi. Let's get behind our team. Let's get our boys down to training on Tuesday. They certainly will need your help. I was having a giggle there with Stan. He thought he was coming off to sub on with someone, but there isn't anyone, buddy. So let's continue to work and build our season as we kick off the second half. The Eels here going straight into the sequence, straight into the set pieces. Nuku spots a lot of space in the back corner. Good kick there to get into the Bears half. Now challenging the forward pack to get this ball back. The Aotearoa Bears there calls a shot, goes to Kiana Pomari up the front, tips it, but it goes into the hands of the Aotearoa Eels, and the Eels look to attack now. Bill Demmel going straight through the middle, taking three players with them, and they distribute out to the right side. Jolly stop starts, pops one off a bit too late to the hands of Nathan, which loses the ball to the Bears, and Wise goes for a run. Bears have got it back. That might be a try-scoring opportunity. Might be one for the bin. Expecting a yellow card to come through. It was a 2-on-1 situation. Anything could have happened. Advantage there for the Aotearoa Bears, and they were disallowed that opportunity. As the Eels sit one in the bin for 10. And the Aotearoa Bears have now got the front foot. They're in the Eels 22 with a chance to set up play. Very clear high shot coming through from the Eels. Referee there just having a conversation with the AR, just trying to get the picture clear on the infringement that has happened. Multiple situations did develop in that sequence, but I think the most urgent one that needed to get attention was this high shot that has come through, which was very dangerous. As I mentioned in an earlier part of this game, the things that we want to try and tidy up on is our tackle line. Unfortunately, that one was just very unsafe. So the Eels sit a second player in the bin. And on field for the Eels is just 13 versus the 15. So the Bears put their big boys to work. They keep it close. They've got to go together. I'm not sure if going by yourself is a good idea. The Bears need to work as a collective. They pick and go to the right side, and they can continue to do that on the right side again. Trimming for numbers are the Eels. And they go wide, and they certainly do get to the edge. And young Kobe, unlucky. On the money are the referees today, in the right position to make those calls, but very close. I certainly think the pressure coming from the Eels definitely put the Bears at edge to force the pass. Being with the two players that are in the bin, one of the players were the front rows for the Eels, so there's a slight adjustment in the front row. In the forward pack, rather, to organise the front row to set for scrum. The Eels managed to get the feed and get the ball out. Ball goes flying. Henry, he's got two would-be tacklers right up ahead, and the Bears able to clean up, and they find some space in the back. A quick chip through, bit of pressure coming through from the Bears. Can the Eels scramble back? They managed to get players back in order to get an exit going, and it gets charged down and goes out.
Tomorrow you go back.
The Eels there get a restart going and coming through the Yottering Bears and step over the edge over the side, and the Bears managed to get through. What a play. Individual brilliance coming there from the Bears. I have no idea who that player is, but he's pretty good. Just standing up the Eels players, and they are also aren't just any Eels players, they're probably two of the best defenders in the team. And he stood him up and got to the edge and scored another try for the Aotearoa Bears with the conversion to come. Conversion unsuccessful. And the Bears are in the lead by one. 14 points to 15.
Let's go forward. Let's go. Okay, get back. Hey, replay. Tangan nak buat tulisan dia.
So the chill.
Hey, Billy!
With the Eels with 2 plays in the bin, they conceded a try. Coming through, and at the restarts, we're unable to get a clean teamy to restart. And the Bears now find themselves on attack once again at the edge. Young Kobe there going for a little goosey. Gets trapped, and still the Bears are able to keep the ball in. Coach, he's on. Manu Emil contributes to their team, and Ben just, instead of looking at the ball and catch it, he ends up looking up and sees Toru Katsuke and spills the beans. Nathan Anapa goes for a run on the edge. Numbers here on support. Nathan Nabo in support. Brilliant play there by the Eels to the edge. And they score under the sticks. Even with 13 players on the field, the Eels were able to capitalize and score some points back and get back in the lead. 19 points to 14. Conversion successful. Nuku added an extra 2 for the Eels. It's still a pretty tight contest. It's 21 points to 15. Both sides scrappy in some parts. It's still pretty close, and this match is still plenty to give. Either way. The Eels there, pounce onto the left side. Oh man. And at any time I decide to speak, they drop the ball. Maybe I'll just not speak, and maybe the game will continue. Now, for the Bears, what I'd probably do in this attack sequence, being in the position that they are, I'd most likely strike through centre boys, get some hard running straight down the middle, and bring the forwards into the fold, and just build pressure into the 22. And if they can, try and get a penalty. We're looking at guys like Henry Mateo to dictate the attack in the back line. But I certainly would be going straight at the 12 and get an inside shoulder and face them in and get the big boys to fold around. But they don't. They lose the scrum and Bill Demo goes for a run. Players appealing. There's certainly a lot happening, but you can't hide. A slight knock on there before Bill goes for a scoot. The Eels there get the ball back, but what did I miss? Raking the ball back from within the scrum. So you can't have hands in the scrum to feed the ball back, which I'm assuming is what happened there. The Eels there get into the Bears half with the line out throw up the front. Josh Motu. The ball's loose. Nuku goes for a run there, straight into contact. A quick ball coming off the deck for the Eels, and they can afford to do that. But instead they go for a high kick. No one catches it. And the ball pats out to the back. Kick goes up front. Anapa getting isolated there, throws the ball overhead. Jale goes for a run, flicks one out the back into the hands of Tafa. Daniel Tonadio, big magic. Somehow magically ends up with the ball and rolls through. Finds himself to the edge. Through the middle, Rob Heather throws the ball back. And the ball hits the backfield. Tafa able to clean up. Just landing on top of a player on the ground. Doesn't allow that. The ball's loose at the moment. Wise takes the ball and the contact at the same time. The Bears absolutely able to clean that up. Henry is on the chase here with that kick coming through. Right on the money. We're going to refer to the television match official. Going to the TMO to review that try. It is going to be a try. The green light. has come through for the Outer Bears out of nowhere. Highly likely the Eels did not expect that. And the Bears back on the scoreboard, extending. Conversions to come. Being this close, I would assume Basil can get it straight through the sticks, which he does, and also claims the lead back. 22 points to 21. Another tight contest coming through. And 20 minutes to go. The Bears very intentional on the kick restart. They want to play in that half. They want to put the Eels back on their try line. And the counter-attack that's coming through at Devita, dangerous as always. Eels gets themselves set and go forward. Big George goes for another good run. Sets the ball up nicely back. And the feed continues to come through for the Eels. Hands in the ruck there. There might be an advantage coming through. Hands off called by the referee there. The Eels continue to work their way through. Goes to the edge once again. Do the Eels goes through the hands of the pack. It's knocked forward there by the Eels. Didn't need to pass. All they needed to do was just continue to get into contact and draw these Bears to the ruck, suck the energy out of them, and then look to play out wide again. Just a bit of patience needed for the Eels, especially at this period. They'd be probably the fitter squad, fitter team in this match. The orders I'd be sending out to the boys in blue is to just build. No rush, just patience, and just build their game slowly and drain the Bears out. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen right now as they lose the ball, and the Bears are still able to hold on to scrum time. And the Bears go to the air. Very tactical in what they're looking for. They want to kick into their half and play in their half. The Bears might be right over the ball, but they're pretty spread. The Eels going through the hands, coming through, numbers out here on the edge. The Eels going to work once again. Bill Demo. Nuku unleashes to the left. The Eels still going, holding on to the ball. They've got an advantage. Just a high shot coming through. The Eels go to work and get a quick tap in. They believe they can get down there and convert these points. And Bill, once again, runs into the little man and gets tackled. The ball being released right now. They've just got to settle this. The Eels just take it into contact, settle the play. Nathan Nabo's got different ideas instead. And why not, at the brilliance of a talent such as Nathan Nabo, you can do whatever you want. Nathan scores a second for the day. Great to see him back on the field after recovering from his injury, his rehab. He's able to work his way back into the squad. Definitely a valuable player for the Eels. Score now, it's 26-22 with the conversion to come. Less than 20 minutes to play. Conversion unsuccessful. And the kick restart about to happen. And if I'm the Eels, I'd be checking my back right now, being aware and alert of what the Bears have already done and what they might do again. We get the kick restart just on the 10 and touch there. The Eels there get the ball back on the kick return, on the kick restart. The Eels here look to set their scrum. They've got to work their way out of their own half. We're looking at the likes of Nuku to guide them out of this half. They get the ball out. Nuku drops one off to Devita and straight through the middle he goes. And Devita trolls way for a run. Makes it right through the juggernaut. Devita, New Summer, doing what he does best and gets his team further up the scoreboard for another 5-pointer. Score now is 31 points to 22 with the kick to come. Conversion unsuccessful. The score remains 31-22. You got the kick restart going on. Obviously, Eels. Bill Demore for the first time has got a kicking license. Rob Heather looks to stand up the Obviously boys and goes forward. Basil looks to flick one out to his back line. The Ottering Bears going for a run. Chris Bishop takes one up for his Bears side. Ball continues to go forward with the Bears. Referee right on the mark. Knuckle kicks it, doesn't go out. Missed opportunity there by the Bears, losing the ball on the kick. Absolutely worn at the moment is the Bears side. They're just needing their support. They're needing the players. They need more reinforcements. But they're doing really well so far to hold off the Substitute side. Eels there get the scrum feed and they get the ball out. Knuckle decides to go wide and straight away Nathan looks for that spot on the left edge, on the right edge I should say. And up on upper there, just sizing up the defense and decides to take it into contact. And Jale Langidela, as always, sniping on the edge and looks to find space. There's also the rest of his team. And what do you know? Number 17, the winger there, finds himself with the ball and then without the ball. Avichu Eels once again, they get the ball. Big Toru Katsuke decides to go full with the little guys and puts his body on the line. Nathan Nabo once again, Devita sizes up the defense, takes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. Draw. But somehow the Eels lose the ball. The Eels here with a quick tap restart. Torukatsuki puts his head down. He's just a metre short of the try line. Over to Eels, goes to the edge. Bill Temo runs into a brick wall, and the Bears manage to strip it away, and they get a kick downfield. They get out of trouble, the Bears. How they manage that. Awesome effort. Being at this part of the game, they're about 7 minutes out. Probably less, maybe 5 minutes out now. Before this match is wrapped up with 31 points to 22. Overture Eels in the lead. They're still showing some efforts, some signs of good efforts. The Yaowaring Bears. Eels go to the top. Josh Motu, trusty hand at line-out time. The Overture Eels distribute out wide through their back line. Looking to stretch this Ororangi pack. Looking to recycle the ball and hopefully bring it back through the middle. Which thankfully for the Ororangi Bears, the Eels step out. You can see what the Eels are trying to do. Obviously, at this part of the match, to close it all out, they're just really trying to stretch this Bears pack across the field and hopefully try and spot some opportunities down the middle. Some tired defenders. The Bears, they're very lucky to get away with that. They get a penalty option to get downfield and hopefully put some more on the tally board. The Eels managed to keep the ball in on the penalty kick, and Charlie, full of running. Divita once again decides to pick his defender and go straight down. Strong tackle coming through, too high, that's for sure. High shot coming through. Manu Emil. And gets some valid rest through some illegal action. Yellow card coming through. And 3 minutes to go on the clock. And the Eels continue to march upfield. The Eels with the throw in straight to a Bears player. The Bears continue to run upfield, trying to find a way through this Eels pack. Young Kobe, they're working out far right of the field. Throws it back in and ends up going the Overture side. Nathan Nabo still full of running. Stepping, weaving, trying to find some space and pops one off the deck. Bill Demo finally gets some support. Hands coming through for the Eels. And the ball goes flying. With the clock winding down. as the game winds down, we just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you very much to all our sponsors who have jumped on for this season to support our Cook Islands Rugby Union season, our local 15s competition here on Rarotonga, with the 4 clubs that are involved in our Premier Men's, Ciru Panthers, Takawani Reds, and as we're witnessing right now, the Overture Eels and the Ararangi Bears, as they come into the fold as we kick off round 1 of our season. We just want to thank everyone who's been working behind the scenes to get our season underway. In particular, mention and thank you to Vodafone Cook Islands for your continuous support, alongside BSB, Bank of the South Pacific, for jumping on board to support especially our juniors as well. The Rockstar program that's running the early part of our day. And as the referee calls at time on our day, we'd also like to thank our live stream producer, Alex Petta, and the team for bringing this live coverage to our people across the globe and on the island. And thank you also to our teams, our management, players, coaches behind each and every one of these clubs for producing something for our 2026 season. As we bring this one to a close, we look forward to round 2, heading out to Ararangi, where we get to see the same format being played. But in today's match, the Panthers were able to come out successful against the Takawani Reds. And today, in this final match of the day, the Overture Eels were able to come out victors, 31 points to 22 against their arch rivals, the Ararangi Bears. Without further ado, we just want to wish everyone all the very best for this weekend. And next week is going to be a special week for the Cook Islands as we head into election week. But however, we will resume back next weekend for round 2 of our competition. We'd like to thank all our match officials who are taking part of today, and encouraging those also that may be interested to become match officials to come on and join our team as we look forward to the rest of the season. And at the same time, players as well who may have been watching our live stream to come on down to the field, join your club, join your team, get behind and support your village, as it is important for us as we go into round 2 of our season. From us, we're wishing you all the very best. Mei take mata, and thank you very much for tuning into our live stream. And we shall see you same time next week in Ararangi. Thank you so much for joining us. Ka kite e kia monuia.